Can I read something to you, right? Many have noticed that the images contain, this is talking Beyonce, many have noticed that the images contain references to Oshun, the Yoruba Orisha of love and fertility. This isn't the first time Beyonce has referenced Yoruba spirituality in her work. Lemonade was packed with references to Afro-diasporic religion. The music video for Hold Up featured the singer in a flowing yellow gown reminiscent of the garments commonly associated with the deity. Now, there's actually one of her video directors actually said that basically the imagery he had in her, because I saw a video of her and I was like, what is going on? This looks demonic. And he said basically it was, a Yoruba ritual to one of their gods. And it's funny because that name Oshun actually came to me in a dream one time when I had a dream about someone who I know, and that spirit was revealed to me in the dream. The name was, and I never knew what that name was. I even told my brother, and then when I started doing some research, I found Oshun is a demon. Anyway. So let us deal now with the divine feminine. In the definition, it says a spiritual, psychological, and archetypal ideal of feminine energy, the highest, most inspiring, and truest expression of femininity, universal and inherent energy, counterpart to the divine masculine, within all mankind that manifests through an individual's thoughts, actions, and beliefs. So let's deal with the counterpart to the divine masculine. Now, we read already that in the early lists, the figure of the mother goddess, known under various names such as Ninmash, Nintu, and Nisharaga, and Aruru, was associated with the first great triad of gods. So we see now, in the beginnings of the creations of pagan religion, the consort and the association of the divine feminine is in the very beginning. This, my friends, is deep paganism. This is satanic. The consort, the counterpart to the divine masculine, is the divine feminine. Now, anytime we are dealing with a counterpart to a divine masculine, we're dealing with paganism. And this is where we see the Holy Mother of God, Mary, worshipped as the Queen of Heaven in Catholicism. Anytime you're dealing with worship of female deity, it's paganism. I can't stress that enough. So the first triad of gods had their consort or their mother goddess, their counterpart of the divine feminine. But in the second triad is where we get Ishtar. Her symbol was an 8 or 16 pointed star. She is generally represented as riding on or accompanied by her sacred beast, the lion. Now, I've been talking about the media and certain musical artists pushing agendas. You've seen Beyonce with a lion. That is not a coincidence. Now, if you can believe that's a coincidence, fine, okay. But now you see her representing Ishtar with the star on her head, just like the Statue of Liberty is Ishtar. And you're seeing these pictures, these representations of Ishtar. This is not a coincidence, people. This is the manifestation of the divine feminine. This is the counterpart to the so-called divine masculine. You see, what you all need to understand is Satan is remixing his whole doctrine and ideology like Diddy in the 90s. This is like the Bad Boy remix. He's coming at us with so many different angles now. And as I keep saying, he is going around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. For those Christians who are not rooted and grounded, they will be picked off ever so easily. And if you think I'm making this up or you think I'm hyping, let's go to this website and read what it says. It says this: the divine feminine is experiencing a re-emergence, a rebirth into the collective consciousness. For centuries, she has been downplayed, demeaned, removed from her place of honor and reverence by the dominant patriarchal culture. We are now in a time when the divine feminine is the subject of intense interest and many conversations, and she's beginning to receive the veneration and devotion she deserves. The divine feminine represents the supreme level of feminine expression and manifestation in the universe. She comprises the best of the feminine in all its measure. Women subjugated to male thinking and ideals can lack examples and models to nurture their inherent connection to the divine. By considering the stellar qualities of positive divine archetypes, women will find models of thinking and behavior that nurtures spiritual and psychological advancement. If we look at another website, it says here, make no mistake, the divine feminine is in no way a woman-only concept. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. In yoga, these energies are known as Shiva and Shakti, yin and yang, Ida and Pingala. The left side of the body relates to the feminine, the right side relates to the masculine. Honoring and connecting to the divine feminine is an act of worship, not only to oneself, but also to the divine mother, the essence of all creation and the God of your own distinct understanding of the universe. It is sacred connection to the Mother Earth and to the very energy of giving birth to ideas, expressions, dreams, life, and existence. The divine feminine is part of us all. And it goes on to say, here are 7 examples of practices how to draw yourself closer to this inherent energy. We're not going to go into that. We don't want anybody to dabble or experiment who's already weak. But the point of what I've been saying is this: these music artists, these celebrities, these personalities are funneling and remixing ancient satanic demonic forces and feeding them to you. And you as the Christian cannot afford not to be sober and vigilant, because you are allowing and opening yourself up for demons if you allow these things into your house and into your life. There's reasons why some of you are having the dreams you're having. There's reasons why you're being held down in your dream, why you can't say nothing. It's not sleep paralysis. It's not this stupid scientific explanation. These are spirit beings holding you down because you've allowed these things to enter into your consciousness, into your psyche, into your house, because of the music you're listening to, some of the TV shows you're watching. You as a Christian need to know, through your relationship with God, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. You are what you eat. You cannot consume everything. We are peculiar people. We are a royal nation, a holy priesthood. We are put here on earth to show forth the praises of God. We are supposed to be an example to the nations. We cannot be involved in everything. We cannot take part in everything. Royalty does not do everything. It does not go. They do not go everywhere. It's time in this season that we understand what we are seeing. One of the strategies of the Illuminati is symbolism. The symbolism is everywhere, and it's not coincidental. These symbols have existed since ancient Babylon, the home of all religion. That Star of David, you can find that in Babylon. The sun god, that moon disc, that wafer that the Catholic Church uses, the worship of the sun god that they do through their practices, all in Babylon. It is time to wake up, and it's time to realize what is being fed to us through the media. We have to be sober and vigilant on